A truancy campaign featuring local students is credited with getting more students in Tai Tokerau to attend school on a regular basis in just one term. Northland has had the worst school attendance in the country, with just 28% regularly attending in term 2 last year. Now they can lay claim to increasing school attendance by around 2,000 students. We caught up with Tai Tokerau Principals Association President and Hora Hora Primary School Principal Pat Newman and asked how their new campaign called Let's Get to School Tai Tokerau, e Te Tai Tokerau Hoake Tātou ki te Kura, has been so successful after launching in August last year.
I think it's been successful because it hasn't been a bureaucratic campaign. It's had different levels, and it's been run mainly by the schools themselves. It's got the level of where the ministry has come in and helped with funding, and we've developed an overarching campaign, which was the Facebook pages and the ability to have different schools interviewed about why it's important for their kids to be at school and all that sort of carry on. We've had the ministry paying for things in the shorts and the movies. Let's get back to school. We've had it up on the big screens in town. And so that we've had that overall arching part, and then tied up with that, we've had each school, an individual school, doing their own thing. It's tailored for the community. The message has been very much student to student, child to child, rather than teachers or bureaucrats or that putting a message. So, for instance, on the Facebook pages, the first messages were about why it was neat going to school, what the kids found was fantastic about it, why they were missing their mates, why they were worried about their mates not being at school. The last part of the campaign at the moment has been kids and students thanking their parents, their koro, their nanas, kuia, for getting them to school and what it meant for them to get to school. Then we've had, and by the way, this is secondary and primary.
Yeah, okay.
We've also had then each school tailoring their own response, with some schools with funding from the ministry, and that's gone from painting the school vans to putting on some vans to get transport to schools. Some schools have used grocery vouchers or all sorts of vouchers for incentives, trips to the pools, that sort of thing. But it's really that it's been an overarching one. It's involved locals doing it, and on top of that, it's allowed us to try and connect with the whole community.
Sure.
Through publicity, that it's not just a matter of the school. It's not just a matter of the individual whānau, it's actually the wider whānau, the wider community. What is their responsibility and how can they help? And it's been a very positive campaign. It's no use going in and waving a big stick. It's about how can schools, how can communities, can the wider whānau actually help you to get your kid to school. And it might be as much as the neighbour looking over the fence and saying, listen, our kids are walking to school. Do you want your child to walk with ours so they feel safe?
Yeah, absolutely. Pat, as the principal of Hora Hora School in Whangarei, what results have you noticed?
Well, I can tell you that this year, our results at this year, and we're talking about the average turnout over the week, we're running at 83.9% attendance. And then on top of that, there's another 7.3% justified illness and absences, and that 7.3 is things like illness and that sort of carry on, and so that's taking it over the 90, on average over 91% of our kids attending.
So how does this raised attendance then impact the school and the well-being of the school?
It raises it hugely because, one, it gives the kids, the first thing is, most kids want to come to school. Most kids feel safe at school. At school, we can feed them as well. At school, we can take away a lot of the pressures that they're finding if they're stuck at home because of the socioeconomics, because of all sorts of things that are going on. So most kids want to come to school. Most kids actually want to learn and enjoy learning. And so we've had that happening. And as a result of that, we've got a lot more learning going on.
Well,
It's
that's
also easier for us as a school to plan because we've got the kids there.
yeah. Look, it
Um,
sounds like it's going well, and we look forward to hearing more about the program in the near future. Te Tai Tokerau Principals Association President and Hora Hora Primary School Principal Pat Newman, thank you so much for joining us today, and congratulations again. Ngā mihi.
Ngā mihi. Thank you.